Hi. So in this video, we will be talking about named entity recognition, or more commonly known as NER. So what is NER? NER is an extension of natural language processing, or NLP. The job of NER is to identify and categorize named entities in a piece of text. So what do I mean by this? Let's try to understand this using the help of an example. So let's assume that the input to the NER model is the string. Donald Trump is the president of United States of America. And the model is expected to find out that substrings which can be assigned to the label person and to the label location. So, as we have defined in this definition, that the job of NER is first to identify and then categorize named entities in a piece of text. So, the ideal output of NER model will be that the model will say that, hey, the substring Donald Trump is an entity and United States of America is also an entity, and the substring Donald Trump can be assigned label person, and the substring United States of America can be assigned the label of location. So this is the basic job of any NER model. In NER, you can define any labels you can want, aligned to your specific use case. The very common labels are, as we have already discussed, person, location, date, currency, etc. We can define any label according to our specific use case, but generally the pre-trained models which are available in open source are trained using these labels and a lot more. So let's try to understand this using our own example. So suppose that the task at hand is that given any input piece of text, the a model should be able to identify these labels in the particular given text. So we want to identify the entities which can be classified as a person, as dosage, as medication, and medical condition. So let's take a look at two to three examples so that our understanding becomes more concrete. So assume that the given input text is Dr. Emily Clark prescribed 20 mg of lisinopril for managing high blood pressure. So, what should be the output of NER will be in this case? That Dr. Emily Clark is a person. She prescribed 20 mg of lisinopril. So, we know that 20 mg is dosage, lisinopril is the medication, and for managing high blood pressure. So, high blood pressure is the medical condition in this case. Hope the concept is getting more clearer, but let's take a look at two more examples. So let's assume that the next example is that Jonathan was advised to take metformin 500 mg twice a day to control his type 2 diabetes. So in this case, the output should be that Jonathan is the person, metformin is the medication, 500 mg is the dosage, and type 2 diabetes is the condition, medical condition, which is being referred to in this sentence. Let's take a look at one more example. So let's assume that the input piece of text is Dr. Rachel Moore changed the prescription from ibuprofen to naproxen due to stomach irritation. So in this case, as you might have already figured out in your mind, that the ideal output of NER model should be that Dr. Rachel Moore is the person. Ibuprofen and naproxen both are the names of medication, and stomach irritation is the medical condition which is being referred to in this example. So, if you're able to understand these three examples, you now should know that what is the input and output of NER. How NER works is now the next step, which we are going to discuss in our further videos. So, NER has a lot of practical use cases. NER is used in medical AI, and how it is used, it is very similar to the examples which we have already given here. It is to classify big chunks of data, millions of pieces of text, and to identify entities from it. NER is also used in search engines for query understanding. Let's suppose someone says that I want to buy a red t-shirt. So NER will be able to say that, hey, red is color and t-shirt is the product, which is basically the user intent. NER is also used in automated chatbots. NER is also used in recommendation systems, and NER is also used in many more practical applications. So this is a wrap for this video. So in this video, what we learned was that what is NER, and we tried to understand it using some examples. So in the next video, we will be taking a deeper dive into the concept of NER and how it can be implemented. Thanks for watching this video.